In this week's video, we head out to a lesser known piece of coastline on what can only be described as a miserable, moody, wet and windy day. The conditions go from bad to worse, but as the evening drew to a close, we were greeted by a stunning sunset. We also share some footage and images with you from our photography outings over the last few weeks. We hope you enjoy. Welcome to a new video. Wow, we've got an incredibly moody sky. We're about 2 hours off sunset with an incoming high tide. This area here that we're photographing today is an area that we discovered only a few days ago. So we've had some strong winds come through the island over the weekend, and we were out Sunday, Monday and Tuesday up here trying to stand up straight in the winds. But noticed this incredible coastal area that just carries on going and is absolutely beautiful. We've got views all the way around, and I think probably lots of opportunity for photography. So we've come back up this afternoon. I'm not sure if we're going to get some rain come through. There's definitely rain on the horizon, but we're all right for now. So we've just set up first composition, first sort of shot for the day, just using the edge of this part of the coast that jerks out into a point. We've got some beautiful mosses and lichen growing on the rocks, with then this beautiful layering all the way down to the tide. So hopefully, when we was up here the other day, the tide was right in, although the waves were completely ferocious. And it was difficult to stand up straight, to be honest. So hopefully the tide will come in a bit more and we'll get a bit more movement around these rocks and little juts of rock that are going out into the sea. What I am doing today is I'm going to use the JetMag Pro. I've used it a few times this week where we've been out sort of photographing the waves. So we spent a little bit of time at Dalmore with the long lens and the JetMag Pro, so the polarizing filter and the 3-stop filter. So we'll share some of those images with you as well from this week's video. Really super easy to set up. I'm going to enjoy probably an hour or so up until sunset, or however long we get before the weather moves in. So it's been about 20 minutes and we've got the rain come through. We're sticking it out, but battling the elements. We've got some beautiful light just across on the headland and quite a moody sky, and I'm just hoping that it is going to clear, but for now we're struggling. So we've got some blue sky opening up. I think the worst of the rain has now passed. It's true what they say in the Out Hebrides, wait 10 minutes and the weather will change. When it starts getting to 20 minutes so, you start thinking, is it? Am I just going to get wet? So yeah, the sky's changed. We've got some lovely blues and whites coming through with a little bit of greys as well. Again, we've still got the light just behind us to the far right. The compositions, I think, just now are nice, but I think we need the tide to come in a little bit more. We've got all these layers of beautiful textured rock. We were 2 hours before high tide and before sunset, so it will keep coming in. But we're going to walk around. We saw a few little locations the other day that were quite nice, but we'll pop some images up that we've taken so far and let you have a look. I do like these images. I feel they convey the mood, drama and atmosphere of the day. The 6-stop ND filter definitely added something to the scene, also enhancing the drama within the sea. So we've just walked a few minutes further up. We've got this lovely little bay with all of these little beautiful rocks out to sea. I reckon that the sun is going to come through a gap probably in the next 20 minutes, and hopefully we'll get some side light on this rock. but we've got a nice curve. When the water comes in, we've got a nice curve leading up to this little rockier outcrop just here, with all of these beautiful sort of jagged rocks in the foreground. It's lovely. So I've got a 6-stop filter on the front. It's giving me around 3 seconds on the shutter. I'm going to put a 10 on as well, just to try and drag those clouds a little bit. I think because we've got blue, white and greys, it might look quite nice on a longer exposure. So I'm going to sort of work on that. We'll come back to you sort of maybe 20 minutes or so if the sun does dip through a gap in the clouds. So definitely lots of mood and drama in this week's photography outing. It's an area that we'll return back to maybe when the conditions are less challenging. But we've got some footage and images to share with you from previous outings. We hope you enjoy. All of the images have been taken using the JetMag Pro, an absolute joy to work with. So I finally settled on a composition that I'm happy with. We've got this amazing gap in the rocks, almost leading into a bowl where the water's coming through and crashing up towards us. It's making all the water go really frothy, and you can hear the rocks tumbling underneath, which I absolutely love when you get that noise. The sun is coming through a gap in the clouds. Oh wow, that's amazing. Absolutely beautiful. And it's lighting up the edge of the grasses. We've got the curve of this little bay, with again the focus point being the channel where the water's coming through. I'm going to come back to this when the sun has set, and hopefully we might have some nice colours in the sky. It's probably just a little bit too harsh, a little bit bright at the moment with where the sun is, to not get anything burnt out without bracketing. But lovely, beautiful little scene. So we took a little bit of a wander. There's a few of these little bays like this where you get the channels creeping in. They're facing off away from any light or any colour. So we've come back to this one, and I'm just going to sit on it till sunset. I've still got the JetMag Pro on with the polarizer and a 3-stop ND, and I am actually bracketing now to try and get that exposure in one shot when it's so bright is really challenging, and I really like to get that shadow detail as well. So I'm bracketing at the moment, and again just waiting or timing that with a nice wave that's coming through, and it's absolutely beautiful. Really enjoying this one. It's such a great location. Initially at the beginning of making the video, I didn't hold out much hope at all. We got rained on for 20 minutes, Wasn't really happy with the compositions, but it just goes to show, just hang fire. Don't make any decisions just because it's not sort of doing what you want. Let the weather pass. And I'm so glad that we did. Fantastic. Really hope you've enjoyed this week's video and images. It's been really lovely, really enjoyed that. Like I say at the start, I wasn't sort of thinking it was going to go anywhere, and in fact this video is the third attempt that we've had in trying to put one together this week, just with the conditions really. But hope you've enjoyed the images from Dalmor and from Harris as well, using the JetMag Pro. Comes in this really lovely case, nice and sturdy, keeps everything together. There's a little hook that you can attach onto your tripod as well. But yeah, it's such an easy system. I've really enjoyed that. It's been an absolute dream to photograph in these conditions so easily. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We're super looking forward to the photography show in just over a week's time from recording. Not sure when this video is going to go out, but yeah, big thanks to Nisi. Take care. Adios.